What I have here is a cover, an old cover that I've had laying around for a long time off a DVD player that went on the blink, so I kept the cover to build something out of. And this one is plastic, so it's nice and light material. It's pretty thick. And decided that I'm going to build a trailer for my Orlando Hunter. I have this trailer that was given to me by a friend of mine. It's all metal, it's very heavy, and it's way out of scale for the Orlando Hunter. But what I am going to use is the axle and wheels. Now, there was just a screw through here which mounted it onto the trailer, and it didn't move at all. It was solid. The pins, axle pins that held the wheels on, were very thin compared to the holes in the axle, and they were very floppy and flimsy. So I drilled them out, the axles, and put screws in and got rid of a lot of the slop. Now they don't wobble. I also had to put a spacer through the hole where this mounted onto the trailer to make the hole smaller to allow for an M2 screw that I will custom cut to the length I need, but will allow me to bolt this onto my trailer and give me floating suspension. So I got the parts trimmed out from that DVD lid. I have two, these are going to be the two end rails, and then I cut two side rails. I utilized parts where the screws were that screwed the lid onto the DVD player, and this part's going to hold the axles. That's just going to put a nut on the back there and have a floating axle system. I used a antenna tube, and it already had a hole in the end, so I put a pin there and utilized the sections that had the screws as a retainer for this is going to be the tongue of the trailer, and that will just basically, it's gonna bolt on. I'll put a couple of screws through there and there, and I used a piece from a Dremel kit. I had some spares. This one had a screw that went through it and held a disc in place. So I managed to screw in one of the little eyelets for the ball joints. So I just have to slide that in, and I'm probably just going to crazy glue that in place. So the center section for the deck, the side rails, I'll just drill some holes, and they're going to screw onto the deck like so with the end cap. So that's where I'm at right now. So here it is, all assembled. Turned out pretty good. So the tongue does rotate. I've got a pin on the back side. There was a hole in the antenna tube, so I used a paper clip, made a little body clip type clip. That's basically all that holds this in place, and then I got a block at the back, so the tongue can't move back and forth. And here's how it looks on the truck. As you can see, the trailer suspension is floating, and it's got pretty good articulation to it.